Nantian village in the southeast of Taiwan is home to a small community of the Taiwan tribe. Locals use the Nantian stones found here to make artifacts unique to the area. Community leader Gu Liu Liu is a keen collector.
This is a special totem for us. That's a 100-pace snake painted on the stone. We believe we're descendants of this snake. It's the most poisonous you can find in Taiwan.
It's called a 100-pace snake because its toxin is so deadly, a bite will kill a man before he can complete 100 steps. Today, Nantian village is bracing itself for another type of poison, radioactive nuclear waste. The government eyes the area as a potential location to store low-level nuclear waste from Orchid Island permanently. The carrot, money and development for the local community, which has fewer than 400 people. A referendum to decide on whether or not to store waste here is expected in the near future. Already, many residents see it as a welcome ticket out of poverty.
My occupation? You can put it down as jobless bum of the Republic of China. We're poor. If the nuclear waste storage is here, we'll have job opportunities, right? I don't care about radiation. I care about the compensation. With money, I can send my kids away to go to school. Leave me behind as a guinea pig for this experiment. I don't care if I die. I'm old.
But it's no laughing matter to Gu Liu Liu, who showed us where the proposed site is likely to be, at this hillside a stone's throw away. He says the community is still locked in discussions with Thai power on the matter of compensation.
The compensation is very tempting. Officials mention $180 million in benefits. Actually, that's not enough. The land area here is 40 hectares. Even 300 million is not enough. The question is, how will the money be used? Especially for directly affected people like us. How much cash will go to the people?
The forefathers of the Taiwan tribe once boasted nobles and warriors. Today, outside the ancestral hut where their spirits are believed to dwell, tribal leader VUVU PAULUS prays for their blessings to keep her people united.
The compensation is like a big cake, a temptation. I hope we remember this land is our life. We have so many resources, the land, the sea. Why do we need to destroy our home?
Here in the capital city of Taipei, where the bright lights are, the debate on nuclear safety continues.
The cost of nuclear is almost 1/3 of the average electricity generation cost. So it's the most economical and cheaper way to generate electricity. Also, they emit almost zero CO2.
But nuclear energy comes from mining for nuclear fuel. From mining to enrichment, the processes cause so much carbon emission. In Orchid Island, many of the storage barrels for the low-level waste have eroded. They're stored by the sea. When there's radioactive leakage, you're finished.
The barrels that deteriorated are those used in the early years. We have done proper checks and are upgrading the barrels. During this time, we've continued to conduct strict tests to the environment. There have been no signs of radioactive pollution.
They're lying to people who don't know better. There are a few types of radiation. Do they know what they're measuring? They may be measuring, say, gamma ray, but there are other radioactive particles that can only be measured in a controlled environment. All of them can cause cancer.
In the past decade, Taiwan's nuclear safety is improved quite dramatically. And in the same time, our nuclear waste generation is reduced about more than 90%.
But with the current administration planning to step up reliance on nuclear power for clean energy, that statistic is likely to change after Taiwan's 4th nuclear power plant kicks off by the end of next year. Its location, Gongliao Township, in the north of the island. Gongliao is known for its annual Hawaiian Rock Festival held every summer. Beneath the feet of the hundreds of thousands of people who flock here each year, the beach has been steadily eroding, no thanks to the construction of Taiwan's 4th nuclear power plant nearby.
They built a jetty there positioned in such a way it disturbs the natural migration pattern of the sand throughout the year. So the sand has been flowing away every year, but doesn't return. We've lost so much of the beach, its natural beauty is gone.
To Yang Guiying, this beach is a reminder of a lost battle. Before the first Hawaiian Rock Festival, Gongliao was in the spotlight for its anti-nuclear protests when construction of the power plant began in 1997. Yang Guiying spent many long days and nights fighting it without success. The stop-start construction of the power plant has taken more than 10 years, delayed by political wrangling.
More than 90% of the people here voted no to the nuclear plant, but they went ahead. There was nothing we could do.
Anti-nuclear activists say Taiwan's position near the junction of 2 tectonic plates is a disaster waiting to happen. In January this year, research by the National Taiwan Ocean University revealed 11 active underwater volcanoes surrounding Gongliao, the nearest only 20 kilometers away.
For the 4th plant, we've raised the safety standard. Even if there's a nuclear accident, it can be contained within. We constantly conduct many stringent tests. Our reports show that sometimes areas near the power plants have an even lower background radiation level than those of other places.
Some people say radiation decays into the background over time. Yes, but it takes a very, very long time to go away. In the meantime, even a tiny amount of radioactivity could cause serious problems. One example is strontium-90. One nucleus can cause cancer and death.
The sea feeds the sky feeds the earth feeds us. That's how nature works. If we disrupt its balance, it will destroy us. Many countries are going for renewable green energy. That should be our energy solution.
So Taiwan's energy needs continue to grow. And while nuclear energy remains a divisive issue, some suggest renewable energy as the way forward. Taiwan imports 98% of its energy, vital for this rapidly industrializing economy. The government hopes that by 2025, the island can generate 15% of the energy needs through renewable sources, but that could come at a cost.
Renewable energy, the price now is too high, the cost too high. So if we use more renewable energy, that means that our electricity bill will increase. We should have a plan that we will not implement too quickly this renewable.
Today, solar and wind power accounts for less than 3% of Taiwan's electricity generation. That's even though the island boasts Asia's largest solar power plant, which started operations last December.
Building renewable power plants needs a lot of land area. We don't have that much land, and we have a high population density, so it's hard to build such power plants.
It's difficult to see Taiwan's dependence on nuclear power diminishing. And if plans to ship nuclear waste overseas fail to materialize, it must continue to convince its own people that the benefits of nuclear energy far outweigh the risks. The long-term human costs, however, might be more than a matter of dollars and cents.